Hi everyone, welcome back to Gracie's Garden. So just giving you an update on the side yard. As you can see, all the bromeliads are gone. Yay! It was a long time working on this to get them out of here, but they are finally gone. And I've decided to go ahead and plant a butterfly garden over here in this space. So I have gotten quite a few wildflowers, butterfly bushes planted, and just give you a little bit of an update of what more there is to come. So as you can see, there is the starfruit tree, and the cactus is still there. It still has the vines on the cactus. As you can see at the very top that just flew off there is a scrub jay that decided to build a nest. So the vines will have to stay for now until the little hatchlings have flown the coop, I guess. So, but it is a scrub jay that built a nest there. And to just kind of show you what I've planted. So we've got some lavender and butterfly bushes. There is a few tomato plants, some squash, and sunflowers that have not gotten very tall. That's them right there. But they started to bloom already. So. And the bricks, I'm still picking bricks up out of this place. So, and all these stone borders. But the good news is, the good news was that the bleeding heart has come back in full force. So it is vining, so all of this mess here of vines that I cut back really tight, and I didn't think we were going to come back, it has. So I am very happy about that. I do have to get a trellis up for it still before it takes over, but it is coming back. And I've moved the rubber tree so that it is in the soil. Of course, it's still in the pot, but the roots that were coming out of the bottom can at least take root into the soil. And if they bust out the bottom of the pot, then they bust out the bottom of the pot, so be it. And another thing that sort of got accomplished was the devil's trumpet you can see here. It has come back in full force, which I knew it would, but I haven't quite built a trellis, so I just kind of make this makeshift one. Two kind of cattle poles with some scrap cattle panel that we had. Not even a, well, it's just kind of like a wire fence, not cattle panel, but just kind of strung it up there just to try to get it something so the vines can climb up on it, so it's not climbing up all the other plants and taking over the whole entire garden. It moves quick. It was already taking over this whole entire section, so I had to drag it up and just get it onto something. And even in 24 hours, I did this yesterday, it is already, like it knows its place and to climb up already. I wanted to build a wood trellis there, but it's just kind of slow going. So this is the makeshift one that we came up with. And maybe it will last a season or two, just kind of using the supplies that we have. And as you can see back here, this here has come back quite well, and they're growing quite tall again, probably about 10 foot tall already, both of them. And no yellow flowers on them yet, but at least it's there. And the butterflies are going crazy trying to find some flowers on those plants, but hopefully soon they'll start blooming. It's got little buds on it, but nothing quite yet. And then there's just a shot of the garden and some of the plants we have there. These plants here, these little yellow ones here, they are fantastic. They sound like paper when you touch them, and the butterflies have absolutely no interest in them, but they The bees love them. And then I've got a pink, white, and purple butterfly bush. And just some random other little lavenders and things like that. Flowering sage. And then there's this plant here. With its pretty orange flowers. Hasn't been planted yet, but coming soon. And down over here on the ground, we have milkweed. The Wildflower Society here in DeLand was handing out free milkweed seeds, so I planted them. There was 2 different varieties. This variety here obviously came up really quick, and then the other one is just kind of taking its time, so hopefully soon there'll be more development on that. And there's a bleeding heart again. And then here, this was a happy accident, I guess we could say. So this area, I had some seeds I had bought at the store, and we had rain overnight, even when there was none predicted, and the seeds, the packets of seeds just, all the seeds just came out of them. They just, you know, got so wet, and I just threw all the seeds here, and sunflowers, tomatoes, and some other vegetables are just starting to come up. So I'll just let it be, see what happens. The sunflowers that are coming up here are actually better looking than the sunflowers that are in the other part of the garden. So I'll just let it be, see what happens. I'm not sure how well you can see, but we do have some tomato plants growing right here. 2 tomatoes on this plant, nothing yet on this plant. And then quite a few squash plants are coming up. You can see the flowers there already, so I'm excited about those. And as far as the Bougainvilla, it is still here. It is still here. I'm still working on cutting it back. I've got quite a bit on the far side over here, cut back already. It was just a happy accident. The wind was so bad one day, it knocked the Bougainvilla away from the house, and I was able to get to the part that was on the roof of the house. So I was able to get that trimmed up. The crepe myrtle, I am still working on getting that trimmed. As you can see, it is kind of bad with the Bougainvilla kind of pulling it off to the side, so still working on that. And this is just the back side of the garden panel that I put up, and the Dutchman's pike. So that is just the back side of it. So this is the next project, and that is the side yard by the actual house. So as you can see, it's quite overgrown. I have started on trimming some of the trees back on the part way far in the back, but I am still working on it. Of course, the Bougainvilla is still here. And there's a lot of down branches, a lot of vines, a lot of these grapevines, like these grapevines here. Sorry, the sun is really starting to come out. But a lot of those grape type vines are coming out. So my goal this coming month is to, while trying to finish up the main garden or the main side garden, is to just get back here and just start getting these trees trimmed out of here. A lot of these trees are on my neighbor's side of the fence, so it is going to be just kind of sharing it off at my side of things. It is a rental house next door. They don't really maintain anything yard-wise, so it's just kind of going to be up to me. I don't think they'll really care, though, if I take down stuff. I don't want to say that for sure, but I don't really think they would care. So that is the goal this coming week, month, is to get that done. At least to get it away from my power lines, so when hurricane season hits, that the trees aren't falling on my power lines. And can't say that will keep my power, but hopefully it will. So, and let me show you a few plants I just purchased. The local garden club had a plant sale. The Sanford or Seminole County Garden Club had a bromeliad sale, and I purchased some plants there, and they had a few tropical house plants, so let's go see those. Okay, so the first plant is this coconut orchid. Here is the name on the tag, and of course it smells like coconuts. So they were selling this pretty thing, and I just love these flowers, and of course it smells like coconuts and sunscreen. It is just great. And the next plant I purchased was this one here. And this was a Sub-Zero bromeliad. I believe it's in the bromeliad family. I'm not quite sure on that one. I've had one of these years ago, and I forgot about it, and it didn't make it, so this was only $12. The coconut plant was $35, which I didn't think was bad. So the next one I purchased was these two bromeliads. This red one here that's what it is named. And it says this is to go in strong light, but it seems very faded on the leaves. So I might plant it in mostly sun, but also like afternoon shade. And then this one here, I really love this plant. Has the two little red pokers at the top. And this one was called, let's see. So, and this one already has babies and some pups coming out the side, so get quite a few little babies for this one. This one doesn't say if it is part sun or shade, so I have to do a little research on that one. And let me show you a couple more plants here. So the next one is the white ghost euphorbia. So I've been looking for one of these for a long time. I passed one up years ago, and so when I ran into this, it's not in the best shape. It has some scarring on the spine, but I'm happy with it. It was only $7. I didn't think I could pass it up for $7. The next one is this one here. This is the name. And this one was only $7 as well. It has this pretty greenish yellow flower on it. I don't know if you could see that too well. And the leaves are very fuzzy, and I really just kind of liked it. They had a huge one there, and this one actually has a little baby coming off of it. So hopefully the baby will take... I can't stop touching the leaves, but you can tell where everybody on the leaves has touched it because it just kind of wore away the fuzziness of it. So got to stop touching it. And then one final plant, and that is this plant, the philodendron red emerald. This is a huge plant. I know it doesn't really, it's kind of hard to see in the picture, but it's 3 different plants in there. It was only $20, which I thought was a really good deal. And it is getting ready to bloom again. Let me show you that. Well, not bloom, put out a new leaf, I should say. And there are 3 different stalks in here. And you can see where they've been cut. And I don't know if it's all cut from one plant, of course, but I thought for 3 plants. And then this one here, this leaf, this branch here that's going out, doesn't seem to have anything it's coming from, so it's just coming from the soil. So there might be a 4th plant in there, but I'm just going to leave it there. I love how full it is, and I really just love the color of it. So I know this is going to have to probably go in the house, but I'm going to try putting it on the back porch. I mean, the humidity here in Florida is really high. My concern in the house is the cats. I have quite a few of them, so I know they'll munch on the leaves. So I'm going to try to keep this on the back porch. I mean, with the humidity and the sunlight in Florida, it should be fine back there. I might have to bring it in the winter time, but for right now, I think it should be okay. Alright, and that is everything on the garden update for today. I'm going to try to start doing these at least once a week, try to show the progress a little bit more of what's happening. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a happy Sunday morning and have a beautiful day. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for future updates. Bye everybody.